Yeah, yeah. This is Point Black. Coming in hard and off the car. Coming with the flow straight from the barrio. And coming with the heat from the damn street. This is PBNN, Point Black National News, the late and the great edition. And the ghetto edition as well. You know what I'm saying? With the box crack backs and the boom lip to the lying ass lips. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a great, late and the great ghetto edition. Because this is what we must do. Now, today, we see a lot of things going on, as usual, and we see where we have, people listening in the walls and shit. But we see here where we have our news break coming in, many different channels have been turned, a lot of people making a lot of different statements after the damage has been done, you know what I'm saying? Like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Cortez. You know what I'm saying? You see a story coming in by Victor Nava, you know what I'm saying, one day ago, New York Post, you know what I'm saying, always on their job, as we see, as they ride again. You know what I'm saying? But we see the AOC, you know what I'm saying, Ocasio, the AOC nutcase, Alexandria Ocasio nutcase Cortez, shouted down during a chaotic New York City town hall. Somebody screamed out at her, "You're a piece of shit." What else did she expect? You know what I'm saying? But we see the Queens Town Hall host by Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, you know what I'm saying, descended into a chaos with some of her constituents calling the congresswoman, to me, she ain't no congresswoman, she's a nut, a piece of shit. Their words, not mine. You know what I'm saying? American criticized before migrants. A man holding a small American flag yelled as he approached the Congress nutcase woman, according to the footage recorded by Freedom News. You know what I'm saying? Where are you on the migrant issue? You're a piece of shit. He continued shouting during the Friday forum. You know what I'm saying? The 33 nutcase working for Baphomet, Luciferian Deed, and Democrat Congress nutcase woman from New York, laughed it off. Of course, what else would she do as a nut? You know what I mean? The incident responding, okay, as a man was escorted, saying the man was escorted on out of the building, but it appeared to be just the first of many interruptions to come for Casio Nutcase Beam. You know what I'm saying? But we see AOC, or Casio Nutcase Cortez, has long been a champion of illegal migrants, even before they began being bossed to New York in the 1000s. She repeatedly accused the U.S. government, you know what I'm saying, under the Trump administration as holding migrants in concentration camp. Oh, so she was the one that came up with that bullshit lie we see driving her people's mind into the gutter. Because Trump seemed to have went down there in more ways than one and built facilities and got them out of the concentration camp that that you, Miss Nutcase Cortez, and Obama and Hillary Clinton and the rest of your jack beans that were running with that group of fruit bowls was the one that put them in the cages and set it up and then send their parents back home and left the children here and probably put them in cages and then, you know what I'm saying, little small squeezy facilities, and Trump came and made it a little better, I thought. But Miss Casio or Nutcase or Cortez was the one seemed to have ramped up, you know what I'm saying, this concentration camp bullshit, you know, at the border. She was lying, period. You know what I'm saying? That was done by Obama and Hillary Clinton. You know what I'm saying? And whoever else in the demon Democratic squad. And Biden too, because he was the vice president. So it was all cooked up by their little crew. You know what I'm saying? And don't underestimate who's there and who's not. You know what I'm saying? But this was all cooked up by Hillary Clinton, Obama's president and chief and commander in the seat that he should not have been in because he had no rights to that seat in no shape or form other than lying to the people and cheating his way in there by confusing the minds of people to believe that he was black. But anyway, not to me. But anyway, like I said, Hillary, Obama, nutcase, sweetie, and creepy Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? And Anthony Fauci, the Killer Weasel, Billy the Gold Gates, Soros, and a whole array of demon democratical bowls who psychologically ran this bullshit right on down the road, as we can see, with Ocasio-Cortez actually accusing the Trump administration of putting them in concentration camp. Hear who's talking. A jacknut bean. You got some audacity to accuse Trump of anything. So you was a part of the whole chaotic scheme that we seen in 2020 with Black Lives Matter and the whole group of similar things. You know what I'm saying? The old nutcase little squad you had going on, even Ayana Omar, or whatever her name is, up in there with you looking like two jock back dummies. Hmm? Up in there accusing a standing president, you know what I'm saying, of some bulls crapping, lying garbage in order to swing us in this game that y'all play all together. We getting tired of it because it ain't about demon Democrats or Republicans. When it comes down to it, it comes down to the people doing it. You know what I'm saying? Start to understand that rather than listening in the walls. You know what I'm saying? But more recently, she and other demon Democrats has called on the Joe Biden administration to expediently work authorization to expedite work authorization for new arrivals. So yeah, what new arrivals? What work expedient? You know what I'm saying? Make sure the American people get theirs first. And that goes for black people and all people that have been in this country long before you flood the country with these people. You're not going to flood the country and seem to take over everything from the young and the young people, weakening the American spirit and the American people as a whole. You're going to make room for everybody and you understand your position. And that goes for the migrants as well. No one comes into the country and swings the political vote by thinking that they did something so great for you other than use you, you know what I'm saying? And then later on, 40 years from now, you vote in being a Democrat. You know what I'm saying? Just like that gentleman or president over there in Mexico or whatever telling people not to vote for Ron DeSantis. I wonder why he's telling them that. You know what I'm saying? You're sitting over in Mexico sending orders over here, so you must be a part of the plan as well. You know what I'm saying? So we're beginning to see the little three-ring circus or banana boat clowns that we see running around doing a bunch of garbage. You know what I'm saying? But you see here, she said that she was trying to get him to expedite authorization for new arrivals. You know what I'm saying? Flooding the Empire State to help ease the burden of local infrastructure. She needs to shut the hell up. What infrastructure? You need to hire the American people who've been here before your banana boat ass and the rest of y'all who come over here with a bunch of garbage doing stupidness. Like the people gonna come over here You got to make sure you respect the order of things. And black people need to shake off the dumminess and get to work. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fact. The protesters took issues with Ms. Nutcase Ocasio-Cortez support for the U.S. funding of Ukraine in its fight against invading Russia. No, the invading Russia is not invading Russia. That's another lie. That's another lie. This has to do with the fact that a lot of people want to say that Russia invaded Ukraine and took away territory. I wonder why and what the real issue was in that situation to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Second thing is, when it comes to this Russian thing that you keep saying invaded, it was provoked for the Russians to invade Ukraine by using the NATO nations, talking about 34 nations and all the 38 or 34, whatever the hell you're talking about, your help, you know what I'm saying, and bringing that up against and putting Zelensky in there so he could swing around and do this bull crap he's doing because he was only in there since 2016. Swing his bull crap around and talk about he joining NATO, so now they could put nuclear weapons in NATO facing Russia right on Russian soil within the Russian territory. Russia as well. Does that make any sense to anyone? So, while you keep saying an invasion, you know what I'm saying, invading Russian forces, you know what I'm saying, you should be saying invading Russian forces protecting itself from your garbage, you know what I'm saying, and using Zelensky and Ukraine as your catalyst in this nonsense, you know what I'm saying, that can spark nuclear war. Some are talking about Putin should be put in jail. Creepy Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, Obama, Bush, and a whole array of demon Democrats should have been long time put into prison in the dungeons of their hell and make sure they never come back. Because people are being absolutely stupid thinking that this is going to be a beautiful ending. No one's going to end good in a nuclear war, period. I don't care whether they do it or they don't. It's just a fact that you must get that into your head. You know what I'm saying? What good would a nuclear war really do? And why should we be under threats of nuclear annihilation by these creeps who continue to push war, games, and fear monger into the American people, as if you're going to save them if these bombs start going off? You know what I'm saying? People need to rise up with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And stop falling for everything a demon demon. What you under a witch's spell or a devil worship spell? Well, you need to shake it off. You know what I'm saying? Because this is not going to end good for anyone. And there is no reason for NATO to be pushing any kind of affiliation with Ukraine in that territory within the old Russian territory as well. Because once old Russia broke up, all those territories are still within the border lines. You know what I'm saying? And you want to move in there and convince this clown bucket. I don't know how he even got in there. See, this is what Ukraine get for being demon democratic, Ku Klux Klan, racist, type, neo-Nazi piece of garbage. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of different ideology you have. We really need to get your head together, but I guess that'll be very kind of hard sometimes because we already see what you allowed your leader to do to provoke a nuclear war standoff between many nuclear nations as well. You know what I'm saying? Clamoring to get it all to fight and cause a holy so-called nuclear apocalypse. You know what I'm saying? We need to clap the lips. You know what I'm saying? Slap their lips. Get your mind together. But people have to do the same thing. They're acting as if like this is a fun and game. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to end beautifully for them. You know what I'm saying? But we see many of the protesters she even supported. You know what I'm saying? The protesters took issues with the North Korea supporting the U.S. funding for Ukraine, funding them with weapons to hurt Russians and Russian people. Now, if Russia decides to shoot a nuclear weapon, who's going to stop it? America's going to catch it in the air with a mitt, you know what I'm saying, as a baseball backstop catcher? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, you umpire or something. You know what I mean? I don't understand what people join the rest of them are doing, but American people seem to be riding the bandwagon. Not everyone, but most of these people who back this done and talking about re-electing this fool. And any demon Democrat. We need to run the demon Democrats out of our government. Period. They gotta go. And we need to straighten out any other party that remains that has any kind of respect based on being in this country. Because if they're not, they have to go. It doesn't matter whether it was our ancestors that had anything to do with it or not. If it's not working for the people got to drive it out. And that goes for Democrats and Republicans as a whole, and independents if they don't get their shit together. No political party should be able to run the game that we see going on today in our government. Period. Period. It don't matter which one of them it is. And the people got to start realizing that, you know what I'm saying? Especially American people. American people play this division game for far too long. This is a result. Now you under the talking about replacement theory. Well, what did you do to the black man when they came to this country and met us here? Because we were here before Jesus Christ was taught up in their Bible. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, they had to go to college for that. But anyway, we was already here. What did you do when you come here to us? You know what I'm saying? And now we're looking at the same thing going on in many ways in now a all for all trade. You allowed it. Don't tell me you didn't. And many have continued to still allow it by even giving this man any type of ratings talking about re-election. He should not be reelected at all. Him, nor Kamala, or no one. And if Kamala wants to get herself together, you know what you have to do because we already see who you running with. You ain't fooling nobody. You know what I'm saying? The affiliations of these people, the same thing went on in Germany just before the war, and even before the war of the war, because they always had war going on over there. Well, that's one thing they know for doing. You know what I'm saying? But we see a lot of trickery went on in that whole game. You know what I'm saying? And we know that many people that knew what was going on over there, you know what I'm saying, did nothing about it. They sat on it. Even people came over here and told them, and they still didn't care. Because it was all of them having crime of some type. You know what I'm saying? In its shot. But the people who call themselves having to be in the situation, they themselves was doing garbage in the country as well. That wasn't what that was seemed to be have hidden in the history books. You wasn't just as innocent as one seems to play. And like Mr. Dr. Ben, Uncle Ben said, you know what I'm saying, that John, Henry Clark, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't something we condone in no shape or form, but we do know that a lot of them was over there doing stuff even when it came to the banking system. You know what I'm saying? And certain other things they were doing. You know what I'm saying? Over there doing rituals and probably all kinds of, do some very nonsense. You know? You know? Now you got this now kids over there talking about she supported Ukraine. She should know better than that. You know what I'm saying? In a fight against invading Russia for it, invading Russia, her position on the border crisis and her support for the rising debt ceiling. All stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? When we look at this now, kids, she is a nut. And y'all got to get her out of government as best as you can and fast. She's a danger to our country. Now we see another report come up here by Edward. I think his name is Helmore. You know what I'm saying? 27 days ago. You know what I'm saying?